cool little topic. Something I landed on. Would you say, the pillars to yourself? And I was thinking about it because, again, like, I've always realized I've been fortunate where I feel like, so it's going to be a few thoughts. So I feel like everybody has pillars to themselves. That don't mean every pillar is the same, whatever. But certain things that kind of keep you upright, and it's the foundation for you are, whatever. And if those pillars start getting knocked down, the average person is going to be a lot, it's going to take a big ass toll on you, whatever. And I've always been fortunate to be like, no, like, and before I get to that, I feel like some people, it could be fucking basketball. Some people, ball is literally life. And once that shit ends, is they lost. It's avoiding themselves, whatever. Some people would be relationships and friends and work, whatever. No, my job, my title, that's who I am. Once that shit ends, whatever. So I realized with me, like, my whole life, it wasn't really typically attached to things type shit, like, but I knew early on my mom, my grandma, and like, my dad and shit like that. And honestly, my friend circles. I'm a person that really takes my friends and associates seriously. So like, when I've had certain situations like people distance themselves or moved away or whatever, like I remember I was a person in high school and we all went to college, and it hit me. I'm like, yo, like, we not doing the same shit no more. Everybody got new different friends. We ain't like, that was like a thing to me, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was like, oh, like, they got their own friends now, and they doing other shit now. So that was the thing to me. So my pillars, I would say, like, some of the few ones is like my mom, grandma, my dad, and my friends, whatever. And I've been fortunate that they're all still intact, though. And so I was going to ask you what yours, and the idea of, like, I understand with people, and I understand myself. If I ever lost my mom years ago, especially when I was a young kid, I don't know where the fuck I'd be, who the fuck I'd be with, because that was such a big ass pillar, whatever. So just the idea of that, and you can speak to them yourself.
So like, help me understand your philosophy behind pillars, so that when I'm answering, I'm within a frame of what you're asking.
Whatever I feel is you can identify in your life that I would suppose is like the most important to you, that's on a foundational level, that keeps you upright, and
Shoot, I gotta say, I gotta say God first, right? That's like, even though I'm not like the most religious person, right? I'm not at church every other day, at every Bible study, and I'm not on that, but I'm very tapped in and aligned, and I feel a significant presence in my life. I feel extremely disconnected when I'm out of alignment. I literally don't move without guidance from God, even if it's just the energy, or it might come through actual servant of God that's like a regular person that might just say something that only God could have spoke through this person to me. So that wasn't always a big part of my life, but it became a bigger part of my life. And it's just something that I'm continuously working on, even implementing that into my relationship. Another part is family. Just that nostalgia feeling, that familiar feeling. I grew up in a household with all my siblings. So it wasn't like, even though my mom was a single mom up until she met my stepdad, she had us together. Whereas though a lot of kids like grew up without their siblings because of separations and, all types of situations that created that. So I would say family, and this is why I'm big on it within myself. And then purpose, bro. Everything for me, I gotta have a purpose when I'm doing it. Like, I don't care if it's playing a game. Like, I gotta be a reason. Like, I can't just do something to do it. I can't just say something to say it. I have to feel what I'm saying. And I felt like another thing you tapped into was about, like, if it came to basketball, football, stuff like that, that's like identity. And I feel like, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. Like, what are the parts of your identity that have to pass away? And what are the parts of your identity that have to grow and transcend, So what are you leaving behind? So for me, at one point, my identity was a street nigga. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I knew. That's all. That was my environment. That's what I was comfortable with. All I knew was fast money, hustle. I accepted the terms and conditions of what come with that, and that was a part of my identity. Another thing that's not even so, whatever, is just being a leader. Always being told that I was a leader. That's a part of my identity. So sometimes when you get told things your entire life, you're a leader, you smart, you this, you that, it become a part of your identity, and you associate it with people's need for you, your need for people, and just your place in the world. So I went through a heavy space where it was just like, at one point, used to being a rapper. That was my identity. To pivoting from that and start my entrepreneur journey, and also then becoming a manager. And that still was heavily associated with music, so it was still a part of my identity. Then when I became an author, it was like a culture shock for me, because it was like I want to do the same thing as I was doing as a rapper. So now I'm an author living like a rapper. I'm in a club, I'm buying bottles, I got chains and shit on. I'm like, wait, I'm not a rapper, I'm an author. So then that became my identity. So then I'm like, wait, because I'm an author, do I have to know everything? Like, do I have to, like, I wrote these books, can my relationships be fucked up? Like, can I be human? Like, I started really, like, and I had to really go through slow down. Like
Right.
you cool. Like you wrote books. Yes, your title is an author, but that's not your identity. You know, that's not who you are. So once I started to detach from the titles and the possessions, and you know, it just really becoming like, yo, you know what? I'm a man. I'm a father. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm a leader, and I do things that is purposeful to me. So when you think about my pillars, it's really just making sure that everything I do have a purpose, no matter what that is.